How are you?
Very good. Firstly, congratulations.
Thank you.
Right, and how's Sao Paolo been for you, Zoya Akhtar?
This is my second time here
Okay.
and it's superb. It's lovely. I mean,
You know why I'm asking this question is because if you like the place and you set a movie in Sao Paulo, the tourism industry from India going to Brazil.
I mean,
to go
I don't
out.
think
Has it happened with Turkey? Has it happened with Spain?
I don't
right?
think there's any filmmaker on earth that would not want to shoot a film in Brazil.
Yeah.
So I think
So
I'm
you've done a
ordinary.
recce for the next one in Brazil?
Mean, it's everywhere you go. It's got such character, such
Right.
feel.
Okay, coming to these amazing people, do you feel like this principal of Riverdale High, like, taking them around, like, did you tutor them well? How did it go?
Well, they are tutoring me.
Oh, what are you saying? What do you mean?
I mean, I'm making a film about teenagers, so they're teaching me.
Right.
I'm teaching them nothing, but they've really worked hard.
Right.
They've really been boot camped.
Right.
So they've trained to do what they're meant to do and what
Right.
they were born to do.
Right.
But I wouldn't say that I'm tutoring them. I think it's a two-way process here.
And what are you expecting from a film in general?
First expectation.
Sure.
You want people to
You want to hear
tune in
Tudum?
You want people to watch.
First, yeah.
And second expectation is you want people to feel
Right.
what you tried to make them feel. I
Right.
mean, that's it. Those are the two big things, and then everything else follows.
Right. I mean, it's another world for you, right? It's like in terms of what you're entering, it's a crazy new world for you personally as a filmmaker.
I mean,
isn't it?
yes, because it's my first period film.
Yeah.
It's a musical in terms of form and format,
Right.
and it's the first time I'm working with so many debutants,
Right.
and it's capturing something that's iconic. It's an adaptation. I've never done that before.
Right.
So yeah, it's a first, but that's what you want to do. You want to keep doing something new.
You do.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome. My name is Mayank Shekhar. Firstly, I am in Sao Paulo and I'm with Zoya Akhtar, who's from Bandra.
Hello.
I could have walked down to your place to interview you, but we meet in Brazil. How amazing is that, right?
It's amazing.
You're also traveling with a lot of young children, for lack of a better word, and maybe because they are also on their own, right? Did you have to take care of them in terms of, hey guys, be careful?
No.
Sao Paulo.
Netflix is taking care of that. I am not. This is not the One Trap family. I am not their governess.
Are you
But
not
I
the
have
principal?
I have the 7 kids. I have Sound of Music. No, it's not like that. I'm doing my own thing. They're doing their own
When
thing.
we met last night, that's what I said. Are you the principal of Riverdale High?
No.
And with all your kids, taking
No.
them out on a
No.
school
I'm
trip.
too truant to be a principal.
But do you get calls from the parents though? Because this is really far from India with all of them. Because when I was checking in from Mumbai and I saw Navya Naveli and she was on my check-in counter. So of course I'm an eavesdropper. So I was wondering where it's not like I know her, but I was trying to figure out. So this is the same time the flight is going.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe she's also going to Sao Paulo, but I thought Dresden or somewhere.
Yeah.
So clearly there's nobody else who's come with them from the family. No one, right?
No,
It's just.
No. I mean, they're adults.
They're adults,
they're
yeah,
young.
yeah.
They're young
Yeah,
adults.
yeah. I was just
but
thinking
they're
Archie,
adults.
right? I mean, Archie went to school.
No, they're young adults. The 7, we're all here. The crew
Right.
is here. It's a professional setup.
Right.
They don't need
So here's
nannies.
the thing, Zoya, for all the work that you've done so far, especially your first film that took you so long to make because you were looking for the right cast, right? Because you wanted experienced actors, stars as it were. That's how the system also works. I think it's the first time you're actually working with people who never acted on screen before. Would that be correct?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that many of them. I have worked with people whose first film it was before. And I think this is
But not leads, right? I mean...
Yeah, supporting parts mainly.
Supporting parts.
So this is kind
How
of...
has that been? In terms of, literally being, almost a mentor in a certain way.
It's been amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I'm kind of vicariously re-debuting with them.
Okay.
Because there's nothing like a first film. There's nothing like the experience of your first movie. And you tend to forget that, you tend to get jaded, you tend to start worrying about very different things. And with them, you're suddenly seeing a different lensing with them and you're experiencing everything for the first time with them. And it's been very rejuvenating for me. I've really enjoyed it. And I'm a little spoiled because suddenly you have a cast that's so enthusiastic, hardworking, and at the same time there's no, they're not coming with any star fittings. You know what I mean? They're coming as they're literally part of the crew. They just happen to be in front of the camera. So you get very spoiled with that.
With the time that you have with them as well.
With the time that you have with them, the ease that you have, and what they bring to the table. You know what I mean? They don't. There's no
baggage whatsoever.
Yeah, there's no baggage. There's only like hunger, you know, and joy.
Right. But in terms of the way you would prepare for a film, has this been different from the others in terms of like rehearsals, in terms of...
Yeah. I mean, I had, obviously, this is their first film. And I mean, they went through a lot of screen tests to get here, firstly. Right. Then after that happened, they've gone through a proper boot camp.
How long was this process?
6 months.
6 months, wow.
So they had acting workshops with 3-4 different people. They had dance lessons, which Bosco Caesar were training them. They had to learn to sing. It's a musical.
They're singing.
They're singing in the sense that it's not, they're lip syncing, but you can't just sing.
Correct. There's an art to that as well.
There's an art.
Right.
They took sing. I just wanted them to be free. Right. You know, so they're not conscious on set to hear their voice or for other people to hear their voice. So then they had to buck up on their cycling. The girls had to learn how to skate. There was a lot of...
How did you get into the Archies world? I mean, anybody who's seen your last film, which was Gully Boy, I mean, that's not the next thing that you would think of, right? I mean, what...
I mean, I don't want to keep making the same film.
Sure.
Like, I definitely want to keep doing things that are different. This came to, I mean, Archies is my childhood.
Yeah.
We grew up
Everyone's
reading.
childhood,
we grew up reading the Archies. It was like our portal to the West at that time, you know, and it was the only comic about teenagers.
Correct.
It wasn't about superheroes. It was about regular kids. And suddenly when this came to me, I was like, okay, how often do you get paid to relive your childhood?
Right.
So I'm going to take this and let me see what I can do with it and have some fun with it. And it's a comic book.
Right.
So the concept of adapting a comic book and making it like a semi-fantastical period film was very, very enticing for me. This is my first period film.
Oh yeah.
And it's a comic book. So it's not fully real and it's not full fantasy. It's a mix, you know. It's fun.
Right. You know, like obviously what happens with all your films before they come out, of course, and there's this whole trolling that starts. I remember when you were doing Dil Dhadakne Do, and
I don't know if it's
rich
about
people,
my films.
you only make
all films.
It's actually true for all films.
It's all, everyone gets trolled.
Like, did you watch all the trolling that happened when the first image came out? Like, there was like this, I remember one tweet, and I can't remember who said it. It's like, you know, Zoya Akhtar has finally made something that we always wanted to be, white people. Did you ever read that?
But why do you think that they're all Indian? So I mean, this is kind of reverse.
Right.
What do you mean? What
Right.
do you mean by
it was
that?
just like, you know, we want to be Western, and she's managed to make.
So are you saying fair Indians are not?
No,
Indian?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just telling you.
I'm asking a question because Indians.
Right.
I mean, how do we define what an Indian looks like?
Yeah.
It could be Hrithik Roshan. It could be Mr. Rajnikant. It could be Diljit Dosanjh. It could be Mary Kom.
Right.
That's the beauty of India, and there are a lot of Indians that are light skinned.
Right. And also, like, Archie per se is not the first time being made in Bollywood, right? I mean, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai was what? It was Archie, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, thematically, yes.
Yeah.
But
so have you like stayed away from that format and into something completely different from...
No, I mean, this is the OG Archies.
Okay.
They're called Archie, Betty, Veronica, Jackie. I mean, this is the Archies, right?
Okay.
So you've adapted it, and thematically, I mean, you can't stay away from the Archie triangle.
Right.
You can't stay away from Jughead liking food. You can't stay away from Reggie being slightly... Yeah, you can't...
Big Moose is there?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
And so is Midge and Lodge and all the characters. But I'm saying you can't stay away from those things because that's the essence of it. Yeah.
Right. Well, waiting to see that world, waiting to see the Archies. I'm presuming it's November release. Would that be
November.
Correct? Yeah. Can't wait. Thank you so much, Zoya.
Thank you.
It was fun.
Thank you.
Catch you in Bandra. Yeah.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.